Namaste Gurukulaans. How are you all? Hope that you all are fit and fine at your home, studying well and taking care of yourself and your parents and using your time constructively. Well, I am here again with a new poem, and this is the sixth poem from your book Beehive, and the name of the poem is No Men Are Foreign, written by James Kirkup. Okay, so first of all, my dear student, you should know what is the meaning of word foreign. So here the meaning of word foreign is strange or unknown. Strange or unknown. So what is the meaning of the title? That no man in the world is strange or unknown. Okay, and it is written by James Kirkup. So let me introduce you the poet first. Okay, James Kirkup was born on 23rd April 1918 and he was died on 10th May 2009. Right? He was born on 23rd April 1918 and he was died on 10th May 2009, and he was an English poet, translator and a travel writer, and he wrote total 30 books. Okay, he wrote 30 books, and these books were related to autobiographies, novels, and travel histories. Right? And he wrote under different pen names. Okay, he wrote under different pen names. So first of all, you should know the meaning of word pen name. Pen name means a name that the writer or a poet uses instead of his real name for publishing his book or any article. Okay, pen name means a name that a writer or a poet uses instead of his real name for publishing and book or article. James Kirkup used many pen names, right? And those pen names were like James Falconer, right? Andrew James, Aditya Jha, Felix Lister, okay, and many more. So he used many pen names for publishing his books, his poem, right? And in 1962, he was selected a fellow in the Royal Society of Literature. He was selected as a fellow in Royal Society of Literature in 1962. Okay, so it was all about the poet. Okay, so now let me tell you, or let me give you a brief introduction about the poem. Okay, so this poem is considered a post-colonial poem. Okay, it is considered a post-colonial poem. Means a poem that when the World War II, okay, when the World War II had come to an end. So by this poem, the poet wants to give the message of brotherhood, peace and coexistence. Okay, he wants to give the message of brotherhood, peace and coexistence. Okay, as the name of the poem is No Man Are Foreign, so the title itself suggests that he wants to say that no man in the world is strange for us. Okay, no matters that in which country they live, they all are known to us. They are not unknown. Okay, he says that it is wrong to call people foreigner. Okay, it is wrong to call people foreigner, as all over the world, all the people eat, drink, sleep, live and die in the same manner, in the same way. So, no man are foreign in the world. Okay, so no man are foreign in the world. And now I will give you a brief summary of the poem, and in my next video we will read the poem line by line, and I will explain you each and every line of the poem, and I also will give you some meaning, and I will also explain you some tough expression used in the poem, right? So now let's start the summary of the poem. Okay, and I hope that after watching this video you will definitely go through the poem. Okay, so you will get the idea and you will get the concept of the poem properly. Okay, so let's start. So my dear student, this is a thought-provoking poem. This is a thought-provoking poem. Okay, and in this poem, the poet says that no matters that in which country they live, people live in different countries. They are different in some way, but we can't say them foreigner. Okay, all people are same, and he says that therefore wars, bloodshed take place in the name of creed, caste and country, and they must be condemned. We all wear different uniforms, right? As you know that we also wear different uniforms, but the body beneath them are same, right? But the bodies beneath them are same, and the earth we walk upon is same, right? We all people walk upon the same earth, and all will one or the other day will die, and all will have to return to the same earth. So we can't say anybody foreigner, we can't say anybody unknown. Okay, people in the every part of the world get sunshine, air, water in the equal measures. It doesn't matter that we are living in India or we are living in America, and we will get more sunshine, more water and more air. We all will get sunshine, water and air in the equal measure, right? And he says that all the people of the world feel prosper during peace, and they all will suffer. They all will feel suffering during war, right? And we all people in the world do same jobs for livelihood. As we are doing in India, in the same way we will do same jobs in America, right? So people all over the world do same jobs for their livelihood, and they build, they wake up, they sleep, they live, they drink, they eat in the same manner, right? It doesn't means that if we are living in India or if we are living in Australia, we will eat, drink or sleep in different manner. We all people drink, eat, build, sleep and wake up in the same manner. And in the end of the poem, he says that we must remember that when we hate, when we condemn, or when we betray other people, right? We all are harming ourselves, right? We all are harming ourselves, and weapons of the war are spoiling the earth. As you know that all the countries are gathering many weapons for war, and all these things are spoiling our atmosphere, all these things are spoiling our earth. So in the end of the poem, the poet gives the message of brotherhood. He gives the message of peace, and he gives the message of coexistence. He says that we shouldn't think that any person is foreigner, any person is strange or unknown to us. We all are same, and we should live in peace. We shouldn't do war. Okay, so this was the summary of the poem. Okay, and of course in my next video we will read the poem. So till then, stay home, stay safe. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.